Right now, somewhere in the shallow, warm waters off northern Australia, something almost completely invisible could be drifting less than an arm's length from a swimmer. No fins, no teeth, barely any color at all. And yet this animal is widely considered one of the most venomous creatures in the entire ocean, capable of killing a fully grown adult in a matter of minutes. So what makes something this small, this simple looking, this dangerous? The animal is the box jellyfish, and the most dangerous species, Chironex fleckeri, is found primarily in the coastal waters of northern Australia and throughout the Indo-Pacific region. Unlike the jellyfish most people picture, drifting passively wherever the current takes them, box jellyfish are active hunters. They have clusters of eyes, up to 24 of them, and can actively steer themselves through the water toward prey. But here's where things get strange. It's not the hunting behavior that makes this animal so feared. It's what happens the instant its tentacles make contact with skin. Box jellyfish tentacles are covered in millions of microscopic stinging structures called nematocysts, and each one works like a tiny loaded harpoon. Under a microscope, a nematocyst looks almost mechanical, a coiled, hollow, barbed thread packed under enormous internal pressure inside a capsule. The moment that capsule is triggered by contact, it fires in a fraction of a millisecond, one of the fastest biological processes ever measured in nature, injecting venom directly into the skin and underlying tissue. Here's the part researchers have spent decades trying to fully explain. A single box jellyfish sting can trigger thousands of these nematocysts firing almost simultaneously, and the venom itself is a complex cocktail of dozens of different toxic proteins, not just one simple poison. Some of these proteins punch literal holes in cell membranes, called pore-forming toxins, causing cells to rupture. Others interfere directly with the electrical signaling in heart muscle and nerve tissue. According to research reviewing decades of clinical cases, symptoms can include severe pain, skin scarring, dangerously low blood pressure, cardiac irregularities, and in the most extreme cases, cardiac arrest, sometimes within just a few minutes of a serious sting. Studies analyzing over a century of documented cases in Australia have recorded 77 known fatal stings, with the greatest risk occurring in northern Australian waters between October and May. That's a relatively small total number worldwide compared to other causes of harm in the ocean, but it reflects just how potent and fast-acting this particular venom can be when a serious envenomation occurs. Except there's one problem scientists still haven't fully solved. Despite decades of research, there is currently no fully proven cure. An anti-venom does exist and is used in emergency treatment, but its real-world effectiveness remains a subject of ongoing scientific debate, and current medical management still relies heavily on pain control and supportive care rather than a definitive antidote. Researchers using large-scale genetic screening techniques have identified a specific protein in human cells called ATP2B1 that appears to be required for the venom's toxic effects to occur, and blocking that protein in laboratory studies has shown it can prevent cell death from venom exposure entirely. That discovery, published in 2019, opened a genuinely promising new direction for future treatment, but a proven, widely available cure for humans still doesn't exist. Here's why that gap matters so much. This particular venom appears to act faster and more completely than almost anything else found in nature, which means researchers studying it aren't just trying to help swimmers in Australia. They're trying to understand one of the most efficient toxin delivery systems evolution has ever produced, and that knowledge could eventually inform treatments for entirely different medical conditions involving cell membranes and toxin biology. If you're ever in waters where box jellyfish are present, the practical precautions are simple and well established. Wear protective swimwear like stinger suits, swim only in areas marked and patrolled during risk seasons, and seek immediate medical attention for any significant sting rather than relying on folk remedies. So here's the full picture. The box jellyfish isn't dangerous because it's large, aggressive, or built like a predator in the traditional sense. It's dangerous because millions of years of evolution built an almost perfectly efficient venom delivery system into something that looks, at a glance, like almost nothing at all. The ocean isn't empty. It's simply waiting for us to discover what's still hiding below. If you enjoy exploring the unknown, there's plenty more waiting beneath the surface.